Hey guys, Louis V here from Vinyl Latte, and today we are going to be unboxing the Kirmuss Record Cleaner, or should I say Vinyl Restoration System. This is the KA-RC-1, and boy, this thing is a heavy girl. It is a massive package. So this is the one, guys. This is the one that promises to get deep into the grooves. Going by Charles Kirmuss, this is the one, the only ultrasonic cleaner in the world that actually ultrasonic cleans using his proprietary system, allowing water to actually penetrate inside of the grooves, for the bubbles to bust, to clean out everything, to be able to lift not only dirt and debris and do surface cleaning, but to clean deep into the grooves, releasing and removing any sort of release agent that might be used by the pressing plant. I mean, this is the full-on system. So what we're going to do is, it's going to be a two-part series. Today we're just going to be unboxing the unit. I'm going to show you everything that's inside. We're going to walk through that together. Plus, there's some additional goodies that was included in here, and I'm going to show them to you as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to run this through the test. I'm going to do a very in-depth review and an analysis of this system. Charles really is proud of this unit, and he really wants to stand by it. Says it's the best in the market, and we're going to put it to the test. So I'm going to be cleaning a variety of different records, and I'm going to measure them using a spectrum analyzer, and we're going to see how it performs against other more common ultrasonic cleaners. We're going to check it against manual cleaning. We're going to do we're just going to test it all, folks. I'm going to test records that have growth on it. I'm going to test new records. We're going to see how worth it is the KA-RC-1, which I believe is Kirmuss Audio Record Cleaner 1, which, if that's true, then Charles owes $1 to the donation bucket, because this is not a record cleaner. This is a record restoration system, and we are going to unbox it here right now. So let me reposition the camera so you can see what I see. Okay guys, I repositioned the carton here so you can see it better. Before we open it, let's just go over some of what is happening here. So on the outside, it basically walks you through a little bit about what this system is. You have your serial number, you have what's included, all of the awards, and some information here that basically says make sure you know what you're doing before you operate this unit. On this side of the box, guys, you got basically what is included, including the type of plug and the power input. So one of the things that I noticed right away is no matter where you are in the world, it looks like they can adapt this to your power requirements, which I think is really cool. You don't need an additional adapter or converter like some of the other systems that I've seen. So I just wanted to call that out because I think that's actually a pretty cool addition here. Let me make sure that's in camera. On the opposite sides, there's nothing else, just the same old sticker on this side, so nothing else more to see. Let's go ahead and get our trusty pair of scissors out and see what is inside. The first thing I'm noticing here are two handles. I'm assuming this is a box within a box, so we're about to lift the record restoration system out of its shipping carton. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we'll come back once the box in a box is out of the box in a box. Okay guys, we got the box out of the other box, and we just have another repeat of that same sticker with your serial number, what's inside, and of course, make sure you know what you're doing. And that's really the only sticker on the box. So other than that, you're not missing anything else. This is also sealed, so we'll want to go ahead and cut that out and open it up. Okay, so you're probably noticing right off the start, there's some goodies that is included. I talked to Charles and I wanted to get some of his inner record sleeves. These are all really high quality record sleeves. They are, they're 4 mil, not 3. They're high density. They don't use things like rice or anything inside of here. These are supposed to be some premium grade archival sleeves, and I really wanted to give them a try and kind of compare them with some of the other sleeves that I have, sleeves from like MoFi, Analog Productions, and some other ones. So kind of excited. I mean, I'm not as excited as what else is in this box, but having good archival sleeves, especially for your premium records, is going to be really, really important. So on the back side here, you have a list of all of the other accessories that you can pick up, which I believe many of these are included in a box. And of course, you have a picture of Charles down here in the bottom corner. I got a couple of these packets of sleeves. They normally do not come with all of these guys. This isn't what you typically get, but you can ask Charles to bundle it in, which honestly saves shipping. So that was the nice thing about being able to include them in the box. It just saves you on shipping. So 3 packets of those. Inside of here, it looks like we have what looks to be some pens. I think this is just maybe as a thank you. I'm not really certain right now, but it looks like it has a measurement, a level, which is pretty cool, and just like a little pen for you with a stylus touch on one side and a twist pen on the other. So thank you, Charles. Really appreciate that. Has his company's name on it with a phone number, which is actually a good thing because if I have any problems, now I know who to call. And it's not Ghostbusters. Okay, other loose things here. We have the, looks like the anti-static spray here. So this is what we're going to use to spray onto the records before we spin them, I believe is what this is used for. And inside of here, we have a cleaning cloth buried in the mix. So they give you all of that ready to go. This would replace things like the groove washer or any other kind of spray that you have that you would need to spray onto the record. Now, my understanding is that you actually don't spray this on the record. You spray a fine mist in the air towards a brush, which I believe is also included, and that's what you do before you play the record. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll get into the details of the how-to. We'll clean some records together on an upcoming video, and then I'll walk you through the process and the results. So bear with me if I don't have all of this information 100% accurate. We got 2 of those. I got an extra one just because I know I have a lot of records to clean. Not only am I interested in doing some really deep tests on this unit, I'm also, if it is successful, if it is what Charles says it is, I'm going to want to clean my 4,000 plus record collection all over again with this unit. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of anti-static spray to go around. And then we have tubes. So this, I believe, is for draining the water out of the unit. So you can go ahead and drain it. And this could be used for 2 different reasons. Whether you want to store the water for another day and you want to drain it back into its receptacle, you can do that. Or if you're draining it to get rid of the water, to clean it out or whatever to replace it. So we have here is the Lazy Susan. I don't know if there's an official name for this, but this allows you to clean your record. This goes on your surface. You could put the record here and allows you to kind of spin it around as you clean and wipe the record as part of the restoration process. Now, apparently they do give you, I think, you could put down like a towel or a microfiber towel to do some of the more manual work on it. This just kind of elevates it and allows you to easily spin the record around, so you're always using kind of the same position instead of going around this way. So when you're wiping, it's supposed to make for a quicker, more efficient cleaning process, which I am all about efficiency. All right, we got another spray in there. And right now, that's the only other accessories I see. So get rid of the foam packing, and we're at the point of, I think, pulling the unit out. Now, there's 2 handles on the side, which is really good. Not only is that good just getting it out of the box, but this seems to be a heavy unit. So when you're moving this around, unless you're going to have it in a permanent stationary location, I think it's good to have handles because I think it needs it. So already I'm happy to see that. Let me go ahead and pull this out of the box, put it in a way that we can look at it better together, and then we'll get it unwrapped and see if there's anything else inside, because peeking through some of these holes here where the records will go, it looks like there's some more goodies inside. So bear with me as I get this repositioned. Hey guys, I am interrupting myself to make sure that I share with you something I missed in the unboxing, and that is printed manual. And I wanted to call this out. I thought about, oh, nobody's gonna care, but I think you will, because there's so many devices that are being shipped these days that don't come with a manual. And let me just tell you, this isn't just a quick start guide. This is a very in-depth manual that literally explains every inner working, every situation, explaining the science behind what is happening here, explaining every detail about how often you should use the water, how long a cleaning session should be, how to assemble the felts. I mean, every little intimate detail about this system is included in this book, and it comes in almost a glossy form, so it's meant to last for a while. Also too, just in case you do get water on it, because it's glossy, it should just wipe off versus just you evaporating like paper does. And then it has some supplemental instructions, right? So I think these are things that maybe have changed, or maybe there's additional advice. I'm not really certain. I haven't read any of this. And then you get even more things, a Q&A sheet. On here, I guess there's some frequently asked questions that people, talk about. So, and it's talking about, I guess, water repelling and why you should see water repelling, and when when the cleaning cycle is over, when a record's restored. And then on top of it all, you get instructions for 78s and shellac records and everything else as well. So you have that. You have information on how to properly use what I was calling Lazy Susan. They call it a record platter accessory. So they walk you through how to use that. And it comes with a warranty registration card. So a lot of printed material in an age where everything has gone digital. For me personally, I appreciate this. This is something that I'm gonna take with me to the library. Some people know what I'm referring to. And read through and get very familiar with the unit before I clean my first record. And I thank Charles for actually including a printed copy, so I'm not reading from this very small iPhone that I have, trying to figure out what I need to do. So this is very helpful. Thank you, Charles, for being thoughtful on making sure this is included, because I know things like this do add to the overall cost of the system. So thank you for not cheaping out on that with us. Hey folks, we now have the unit on top of the box, which hopefully gives you a really nice view of it. We're gonna go ahead and slide this plastic off and see what's inside. Okay. Now, I'm gonna just kind of comment here for just a moment. I know that one of the more common ultrasonic cleaners out there on the market today is the Humming Guru, and the Nova, tends to fluctuate, because they've been fluctuating online, at least from Amazon. They've always been the same price, whether if you order from hummingguru.com. It has been fluctuated between $700 and $900 on Amazon. I'm going to tell you now, this is not very much more outside of that range. In fact, if you can catch a show special, you're within, I think, maybe $100, $150 from what you can buy the Humming Guru at its top tier price. If you don't want to wait for a record show special and you just want to order this through their website, I believe this is $1,300. For a little bit less than what you're seeing now. Obviously, I think from a starter kit, you're only going to get one bottle of the cleaner, and you're not going to get the inner record sleeves. But all the rest of the stuff a part of this kit, and also without this as well. But all the rest of the stuff inside of this kit, it comes with it. So you're talking, if you're in the price of a Nova, to me, you're not that far off from the price of the Kirmuss. And I'm going to tell you now, without even using it, the quality so far of this unit, I feel like this is something. I feel like it's something serious. It almost feels like a medical device to me, to be honest with you. and the fact that just right off the bat, you can clean multiple records. You have two 12-inch, a 10-inch, and a 7-inch. And it's my understanding you can also get a replacement unit of one of these, and you can get three 12 inches and a 7-inch. So this will allow you to basically clean any record, but if let's say you don't have any 10 inches or that's not important to you, I believe you can ask Charles to go ahead and swap this one out with a different cover that has three 12s and a 7. Now this will always be a 7-inch because of this contraption. Charles said it in a different video. I think he was asked or was during one of his demonstrations that because of the design of this top, has to be a 7 because he can't extend any further here. That's fine. Arguably, I have more 12s and 7s in my collection. I don't know if there's a 12 and two 7s that are available or not. I don't know what all the different configurations are. But the fact that you're able to clean multiple records at one time, you have a unit that comes with some great, accessories. And I know you're not buying this for the accessories, but it's giving you everything you need to clean your records. And you feel like you have something that really will last a lifetime. Right now, without even trying it, as long as it's even as effective as the Humming Guru, I'm excited. Okay, so enough of that. I don't want to make a bunch of false promises here because this could be the most horrible thing I ever purchased, although I'm going to highly doubt it. There's secure packaging tape here to hold things in place so they don't break. And then there is some plastic cover here on the panel. The panel here obviously is how you're going to control your ultrasonic times. It will allow you to degas the water. It has everything that I believe that you need is right here. On this side, it close open, I believe it's just a trap of the drain. I think this is just for your drain based on my just assumption here. So you can either close the drain or open the drain to get the water out, which is here, right? So that's why I'm making an assumption because it's right next to each other. On the back side, nothing really exciting here, guys. You have a hard on-off switch and you have your power adapter. Not really certain what these things are. Maybe I'll find out once I start pulling out the rest of the product from the box here. So let's go ahead and remove this packaging tape and see what's inside. By the way, this unit is it's not very heavy, it's heavy. It is heavy. You can move it around, but if you're in a situation where you can't lift heavy things for whatever reason, just take that into consideration. You might want to try a more permanent place for it so you don't have to move it around if that's your situation. But yeah, it's got some weight to it. Now this, I don't, does it unplug? Am I going to break it on TV? Oh, here we go. It unplugs from here. So not here, from here. See, we're learning together, folks. Now allow us to take this thing off, which is, this is part of the design here. So let me put this better in camera. So this is part of design. This is actually designed with the type of plastic and the materials here, and the reason that they're using plastic and not metal or something else is because it helps with the ultrasonic cleaning. We'll get into more details in that in a review, but you can see this is a system here that is a pulley system that will allow all the records to spin. Now, I believe there's a way, I think we could just manually turn this. It's not going to damage anything because this isn't, it's fine to do, but I feel like I'm pulling on the motor. So I'm going to check with Charles before I continue to do that. But I believe part of the cleaning process is you wipe all this down and turn this to go ahead and just kind of make sure there's no water. Really why you're doing that is just to remove any chance from bacteria growing up here that can cause contamination while it sits for long periods of time. But very interesting design. Part of their, I believe Charles's patent is this design and this make for this top here. So that's just kind of how it works. I know for some of y'all that might be boring, but that's the mechanical side of the unit that completely comes off from here. So just wanted to share that with you. Now inside we do have, oh, and let me just touch one other thing. These things do pop out here. These little felts, I think they're felt, I'm not really sure, but they I guess hold the record in place. They do pop out. You can clean them and reinsert them as well. So these are serviceable, which is really nice. Now, That's not a drying aid, by the way, because you don't need to worry about drying, because with the Kirmuss system, water is completely repelled from the record. So you don't worry about needing to really dry the record, because if you think about it, water and plastic, they're opposites. From the chemical chart, they're supposed to repel from each other. And if you're using an ultrasonic cleaning system where water, you have to dry the water or wipe the water off, then it's probably not really clean. That means something else is on that record that the water is sticking and absorbing to. But plastic in and of itself should be resistant to water unless it's coated with something, right? And that's part of what this system is supposed to reveal. So we have the maintenance cloths here, which, you know, Charles is a big fan of rabbits. So I'm assuming Skip is one of his rabbits. I never asked for the backstory on this, but you do get yourself a nice towel to go ahead and do your cleaning with. What this is for is to shake water, any loose water off, or to wipe down the unit, or to have something to rest your record on. Again, we're not really drying a lot of water off here. We might have a couple droplets that need to come off, just because that's the nature of the way the world works. This is the Kirmuss Audio Brush. This is also a patent device, using tons of research and time to build this together. It's got basically two functions. You have, you know, kind of a felt side here for your felt brush, and then here you have your typical, you know, regular groove brush. And this is designed in a way to go directly into the grooves. It's all scientifically calculated. I mean, one of the things that I think is worth mentioning here is that there was 12 years of research to design this system. So even all of the accessories that accompany it took time to figure out and design perfectly for the unit. So there's a lot going on here, folks, in this system if you decide to pick it up. This is probably the cleaner that you would typically get, guys, because it's inside of the actual unit itself. So this is the one that you get. All the other ones are extra. Here's your brush. This is going to be your, I think this is the brush that you're going to use to help spread the solution on the record. Inside of here is all of your other accessories. So my understanding is that we got one of these brushes, duplicate brushes. The reason they offer duplicate brushes is because you can keep one by your turntable and you can keep one by your maintenance. So if you have this in a different room for all of your cleaning and it's not in the same place where you play your records, you don't have to worry about lugging all your tools around. You have some clean, fresh tools to go ahead and do that, which I think is actually really thoughtful. These are, looks like, replacement felts, probably for, I'm not really certain what this is for. These are replacement felts of something. I'm going to assume it's for the actual record, the spin thing, but I'm not really certain. We'll figure that out later. I got another one of these cleaners, and again, I think one's supposed to maintain at your cleaning station. The other one is supposed to stay at your turntable, so that's why I believe they give you two. And then this is your, what is this, a stylus cleaner? I'm not really sure what this thing is. This is a stylus cleaner. So they give you a stylus cleaner. I don't know very much about this, to be honest with you. I tend not to do wet cleaning or any sort of chemical cleaning on my stylus. If I need to do a wet cleaning, I just use a drop of distilled water and a firm brush. So I'm going to have to talk to Charles about understanding his stylus cleaner and what makes it different, and if it's arguably, you know, better or safer than just using distilled water. I don't know. I've always just kind of avoided any sort of chemicals for my stylus. So we're going to double click on that one, guys, and do some research, and I'll get back to you on it. Another cleaning cloth here, maintenance cloth. So now you have two. So I guess if one gets wet, you still have a dry one, which is really nice. And then we have the different types of felt pads for your record cleaning. So typically, I believe you just get these. You don't get the spindle that I shared with you earlier. So you get these. And if you just get these, that's fine. You just have to put this down on the surface and make sure that maybe you put one of these guys, I guess, underneath of it. I'm not really certain how you would do it. But with the spindle thing, with this thing, I believe you put it here, and now it becomes kind of like a lazy Susan. So you can put your record here, and you can kind of spin the record as you're cleaning. As you're cleaning, it allows you to kind of spin it, right? And you got two different sizes, one for your 12-inch, and I believe the other one is for your 7 inches. So that's what that's about. And that is all of the accessories. Now inside you do get a stainless steel bath, which is paramount for an ultrasonic cleaner. You have to have stainless steel. Now everything in this system, guys, is designed for record cleaning. This is not a system that has been, is designed to go ahead and do ultrasonic cleaning for something else, and they're just repurposing it for records. This is a system designed specifically for cleaning records. You have an amazing technology here, lots of innovation, lots of patents happening here to build you the ultimate record cleaner. So will it be the ultimate record cleaner? I don't know. I have high hopes. I'm excited for this because I've heard great things about it, and from people that have used it. People have said that the stuff that has come off their records that they used on vacuum cleaners and other ultrasonic cleaners has been nothing short than surprising. And one of the big common things that you continuously hear is that you actually can hear the difference of a Kirmuss record that has been restored versus a record that has been cleaned in another system. So like I said, I haven't received the spectrum analyzer yet. I have one on the way. That's really going to tell us if we're getting more out of the grooves. I'm really excited about that. And I'll wrap up this video by just sharing with you some of the things that we're going to go ahead and test. Some of the things that we are going to test is I bought 5 of the same records. We're going to go ahead and test those using, no cleaning, some manual cleaning, Humming Guru cleaning, and then we're going to do the Kirmuss cleaning and see if it makes any difference across the board. See if there's consistencies between the different cleaning methods, or if the vinyl restoration from Kirmuss really makes an audible difference on new records. I got tons of different types of old records. I got 10-inch, 7-inch. I got stuff that's been, I got in a collection that's just nasty. I don't know. Like I would never, to me, they're done. But can we really restore a record that I would probably throw away, or just keep for the artwork and have it in the dollar bin? Will this be able to save that type of record? I don't know. We're going to find out together, and I think that's what's going to be the exciting part of all of this. So, folks, this is video. I'm sorry this unboxing is so long, but there's a lot going on here in this system, and we're going to go through this journey together. I will ask if you have had experience with the Kirmuss system, or if you've seen it live at any of the audio shows. Please, please, please share with us your experience. We would love to hear from you, especially since you have experience. Otherwise, stay tuned, because we have a lot of records to clean, and I'm going to keep you along in that journey. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this mess that I made, make myself a cup of coffee, and get cleaning a record. While I do that, I guess I'll see you on the next video.